number 3 today. So this is just part of the thrift book haul that I have gotten in the past week and a half or so. I still have some more coming, and I was going to wait till all of it, but I've been kind of behind on videos, so I figured I'd just catch up quick. So, again, I can't say enough. Thriftbooks, I just love going through Thriftbooks. You find used books. I find that if I make sure that you purchase a very good copy, then it's always above board. It's always a beautiful copy. If it's a book that I think is a little bit harder to find, I will go down to good. Acceptable, it depends. If it's like an older vintage book, 70s kind of book, I sometimes have purchased acceptable. But you can expect with acceptable that there's, you know, it's not in perfect shape. It's always still readable, but it's not in perfect shape. And I'll give you an example. The first book I'm going to show is Inside a Witch's Coven. And this is by Elaine McCoy. I have several of her other books. I actually bought this book, and it was supposed to be a good copy. When it showed up, well, actually, I noticed when it shipped, they said it was an acceptable copy, and that's not what I paid for. So I actually got my money back for this, but it's a readable copy, and once I clean it up and stuff, I think we'll be okay. But you can see that there's something spilled, and that something got all over. The back is real sticky. And the pages are, you know, not in beautiful shape. It's readable, though. There isn't writing on all the pages, so that's good. I plan on cleaning it up a little bit, and that I will be okay reading this. I really like Elaine McCoy. I think she's got some great books. I have already Entering the Summerland and Witch's Guide to the Fairy Folk. So this is, I wanted a couple books about covens because I hope someday to be able to open up a coven again. It just hasn't been the right time. It hasn't quite happened yet, but, you know, I do expect that it will happen someday again. So this really, I'll read the back a little bit. How do you find the right group for you? Inside a Witch's Coven gives you an insider's look at how a real witch's coven operates, from initiation and secret vows to parting rituals. You'll get step-by-step guidance for joining and forming a coven, plus sage advice and exclusive insights to help you decide which group is the right one for you. So, you know, I always read up. I always say I'm like a sponge. I really like to get as much information as I can from everywhere I can. So that's something that I plan on doing. The rest of these were all in very good shape, which means they were in really, really, really nice shape. So that's good. And I think I have to say, this one I think I paid $3.99 for. And the rest of them were somewhere around $5 a piece, $4 to $5. So I was very, except for one I think was $7. I did pay $7. Okay, so Herbal Magic. This is A Witch's Guide to Herbal Enchantments, Folklore, and Divination. This is by Garina Dunwich, which I have a couple of her herbal books already, and I really enjoy her herbal books. So I, you know, had no problem picking up another one. I actually use her books a lot when I'm making up incense and stuff like that. I'm waiting to see. I think my son is home. I might have to press pause. Maybe not. Yes, I know he's home. Okay, maybe he's not coming upstairs though. Okay, so this is A Contemporary Witch's Guide. And there's a little sticker on it. To the Mysteries and Mysterious and Enchanted World of Herbs. Might help if I have my glasses. So, the art and practice of herbal magic, like witchcraft itself, is rooted in antiquity. When worked correctly, it can assist an individual in such matters as attracting a compatible lover, landing the right job, changing a streak of bad luck into good, and even increasing one's health and wealth. So, awesome book for my herb book collection there. I want to put that on that. Okay, so this one is Cakes and Ale for the Pagan Soul. This is by Patricia Telesco. Hold on, I'll pause it for my boy. Okay, so this one is Spells, Recipes, and Reflections from NeoPagan Elders and Teachers. So it was edited by Patricia Telesco, but there are all kinds of stuff in here that I'm actually really excited to look at. Let me read the back for you. It says, magical morsels of wisdom and lore. Call them elders, teachers, priests, or priestesses. They are the forefront of a growing movement known as neopaganism. This renaissance of pre-Christian religions represents a wide range of earth-based faiths, but its myriad voices are rarely collected within a single volume. Edited by neopagan author Patricia Telesco, Cakes and Ale for the Pagan Soul offers more than 45 doses of magic, wisdom, history, and human. Really, Jen? And it offers humor to warm the hearts and kindle the imaginations of every modern witch or druid. Contributors represent a who's who of neopagan community leaders, including Margaret Adler. And I don't know if you've been watching all my videos, but a long time ago I think I told my story of Margaret Adler. I actually met her several years ago, the year she died, at a pagan campground in New York. And I'm ashamed to say I didn't know who she was at the time. But she sat down and talked with me and gave me some very sage advice. And I was very sad to later learn that I had met her and I didn't know who she was. Like literally a couple weeks later, I had started reading Drawing Down the Moon and I realized who she was, and she died like a week after that, I think. But it will always be a special thing to me that I was able to meet her, and she was a wonderful person. She was just very special. So I love her. I'm glad she is in here. Starhawk, Dorothy Morrison, Oberon Zell Ravenheart, and many more. They share their personal stories about integrating pagan beliefs and practices into the modern world, along with practical potions, rituals, recipes, and incense blends, most published for the first time. So I just thought that that was really cool, and I'm really excited to read this. This book is in perfect shape. It doesn't even hardly look like anybody's read it. So, awesome. The other thing that I've been talking about for a long time is the neopagan movement in America. And I really wish we could quantify how many pagans there are in America. And really throughout the world, because now I have pagan friends everywhere because of, the joy and wonder of technology. But I bet you it's a lot more than people think, and it would be great to be able to quantify that. So anyway, that's something that I've been studying, is how to tell that, because not everyone is out of the closet. New Age and Neopagan Religions in America. And this is by Sarah M. Pike. It says, Sarah Pike's book is a totally absorbing investigation of understudied through extremely important segments of American religious culture, the New Age and Neopaganism. Pike provides a fine historical analysis of the roots of these religious cultures, particularly in the post-1960s era, and offers a compelling portrait of religious life within New Age and Neopagan communities. She also engages in illuminating thematic discussion, exploring gender, healing, sexuality, and other significant common elements found in both new but old movements. This is an informative, intriguing, and innovative study that fills a striking gap in the literature on religion in America, which I totally agree. I really wish there was a way to quantify the pagans that are in the world today, because my guess is most people don't publicly identify themselves. not most, I don't know how to say that, but I know personally that there's a lot of people that are not comfortable with that yet, which is fine. If that's you, that's okay. I just would love to be able to find out, because I think that we would be a powerful, I want to say lobbying group, because I hate lobbyists, but if we came together with the aspects of life that are important to us, like recycling, the environment, I think we would really be a stronger voice if we were somehow able to quantify that and put it together. I hope you understand what I'm talking about, because sometimes I just talk out my ass too. Okay, so one more. The last book, this is the one that I think I paid like $7 for this book, but compared to what is new, that's great. So I got the Temple of Shamanic Witchcraft, Shadow Spirits and Healing, and the Healing Journey, and this is by Christopher Penza. I have the first two books of his, which are the Inner and Outer Temples. I love Christopher Penza. I think he's a great writer. I think he is a great study. I think he's very knowledgeable about what he talks about. So anytime I have on my list all of his books, so anytime they come up for a decent price, I try to pick them up. And obviously the roots of the shamanic craft are very interesting to me, and I can't wait to delve into this one too, because I know the Inner and Outer Temples were great books, and I'm really excited to look at the shamanic one too. He's just very knowledgeable and really takes you kind of behind the scenes of what he's talking about. And it's usually, I mean, these are books that I refer back to a lot. There are 456 pages. So let me just read the back here. In the Inner Temple of Witchcraft, acclaimed author Christopher Penza focused on creating sacred space in the temple within through meditation, visualization, and psychic development. In the Outer Temple of Witchcraft, he showed how to manifest the sacred in the outer world through ritual and spellwork. The Temple of Shamanic Witchcraft traces the roots of the craft back 20,000 years to the Stone Age, exploring the shamanic traditions of tribal cultures worldwide. The teachings in this book correspond to the element of water, guiding you into the realm of emotion, reflection, and healing. 4 preliminary chapters introduce the basic concepts, history, and skills that you will need for your journey. Once prepared, 12 formal lessons follow, forming a year-and-a-day course in shamanic witchcraft. Learn how to enhance your craft using ancient shamanic practices, including shamanic cosmologies, journeying, dream work, totems, drumming, animal, plant, and stone medicine, soul retrieval, psychic surgery, shape-shifting, shadow work. The path of the shamanic witch passes through realms both light and dark as you face your shadow and learn how to transform fear, anger, jealousy, and resentment. This course culminates with a self-initiation into the art of shamanic witch and a journey visit with the dark goddess, and face the shadow self in a ritual of healing, rebirth, and transformation. So, yay! And this book is like, again, it's in perfect shape. It doesn't even look like the spine has been cracked open, really. So, yay for Thriftbooks. I still have at least 2, maybe 3 more coming. So, I will try to get back on next weekend or sometime during this week. And I have at least 1 more video that I hope to be doing tonight. I don't know if it'll upload tonight, though. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed our walk through my pagan library that keeps growing, and my husband keeps going, where are we going to put them all? Many blessings. I hope you guys are having a fabulous, wonderful, incredible weekend, and continue to have a great week.